Live from Las Vegas, Fox 5 News This Morning starts now.
Oh, it's pretty awesome. Now who's going to clean up the mess, right? Part of the Riviera is a pile of dust. We're going to have a live report in minutes.
Also coming up, it is primary election day here in Nevada. What you need to know before heading to the polls. And
grab your flip-flops and head down to Tropical Smoothie Cafe. How a small donation will benefit a lot of kids. Well, it's 4:59 on your Tuesday. If you were shaken awake at about 2:30 this morning, we'll show you why coming up in a little bit. Good morning, everyone. I'm Dave Hall.
And I'm Maria Silva. Thanks so much for joining us. Let's go ahead and send it over to our lovely Cassandra Jones. And 79 at 5 a.m. That's not too bad.
No, not too bad. And we also have some breezes out there making it feel even cooler for us on this Tuesday morning. Starting things out into the upper 70s. We will pick up some gusty conditions throughout the day today. But once again, stunning sunrise for us across the valley. Zero cloud cover out there. So maybe step outside for a moment, snap us a picture and send it to us on our Fox 5 Facebook page. Highs today will be ranging from 96 degrees in Boulder City up to 102 in Laughlin. With 98 degrees in Las Vegas, we're right at average for this time of year, but man, oh man, we're going to be cranking up the heat in a big way as we head on into the weekend. I'll break it all down for you coming up here in about 15 minutes. And as you're heading out the door this morning, Ken, how are the roads looking for us?
Well, we're still down to only one lane here on northbound 95. Keeping a close eye on it right now with our traffic cameras, the fast cameras here on 95. And they should get that right-hand lane to open up at any time. But right now, only the left-hand lane is open on US 95 as you make the journey on the northbound side. So if you're coming in from, say, Eastern Avenue or from Charleston Boulevard on the east side and heading into downtown, you're going to find some delays there heading up the hill past Eastern Avenue into this area. Once you get to this area, though, it's kind of just a whole single file line as you make that journey through the area. Let's take a look at our maps real quick. We do have an accident on the west side of the valley, right at Rainbow and Charleston Boulevard. That could be causing an issue or two. That's the latest from over here. Dave and Maria, we'll send it back to you.
Okay, Ken, thanks a lot. 5:01. We're following some breaking news out of France this morning. Police say a stabbing that left 2 police officers dead was an act of terrorism. The knife-wielding suspect stabbed an off-duty police commander as he arrived at his home outside of Paris Monday night. The attacker then entered the house and took the officer's partner and their 3-year-old son hostage. The attacker was later killed during a police raid. Police did rescue the couple's young son, who was not harmed.
An active Amber Alert is in place this morning. 3 children from Idaho are missing, and police are hoping you have seen them. The 3 children are believed to be traveling with this man right there, Jason Travis Simon. He is being sought for questioning in a child pornography case out of Ada County, Idaho. Police say the children are victims, unfortunately. Police believe the children's adoptive mother right there, Sarah Joy Vanaker Dunn, is also with them. The oldest child, Eli Dunn, has been found. Now, family members say the group took off at the beginning of the month, but they say it took police almost 2 weeks to issue this Amber Alert. Now they are calling for changes to the system.
This system is messed up and it needs changed.
Not only for our children, but for
anybody's children. We are trying everything possible we can possibly do. We just want these babies home.
And police say they are driving a gold 2006 Pontiac Montana with Idaho license plate number 2CJN683. Again, 2CJN683. A $100,000 warrant is being offered for Simon. Of course, you're urged to call police right away if you think you've seen Simon, his girlfriend, or the children.
5:03 now on your Tuesday. Police say a scooter rider has died after losing control of his bike in the East Valley. The 57-year-old man was driving down Astoria last night when he lost control and skidded through a stop sign at Spokane. The scooter overturned and came to a rest in front of a nearby home. A neighbor found the man and did call 911. The scooter rider was taken to Sunrise Hospital, where he did die. The coroner has yet to identify the victim.
Well, it's time to get out and exercise your right to vote. Today, Nevadans will cast their ballots in the state's primary election. You can vote from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And many Nevadans have already taken part in early primary voting, which means we could see low voter turnout today.
Now, we did ask locals what the voting process means to them.
I think it's really interesting why people are so angry and so emotional to the point where they're not going to vote at all, when that's sort of hurting their chances of who's going to win the vote more than, helping them.
I think with the state of the world that we're in right now, I think it's probably more important now more than ever, really, that everybody kind of speaks up and has their vote counted, I think.
Now, there is a lot on the line for local leaders today. Nevadans will vote on the U.S. Senate race, congressional contests, control of the state legislature, plus bids for school board seats, county commission, and judgeships. And some of the races could be decided today, so stay with Fox 5 for complete primary election coverage. Remember, voting is open again from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. All registered voters must report to their assigned polling station. You can find that full list here on our website. Just head to fox5vegas.com. Well, it is the end of an era here in Las Vegas. Yeah, the Riviera has officially gone down. At least one tower did this morning. Fox 5's Mike Doria is live at the scene of the implosion, and he had a nice cat's eye view of it. Mike?
Yeah, absolutely. Atop the roof here at the Marriott Hotel, a really cool viewpoint, and we can show you another live picture you haven't seen yet. You know, when these booms and these explosions went off, there was a guy on Twitter who was staying at Circus said he had no idea this was taking place this morning, and it really scared him. As you can imagine, it probably would. We want to push in live, though, right now and show you the rubble of what was the Monaco Tower over at the Riviera. This is the first time you are seeing the rubble in the broad daylight, or as it becomes lighter out here this morning. In all, it took about 6 seconds for that tower to come down. It was preceded by a fireworks show, and I can tell you guys, being on the rooftop here at the Marriott, those fireworks were literally eye level with me. After those fireworks and that fireworks show ended, they did a countdown using other fireworks, and then a line of fireworks across the parking lot. Fireworks shooting up from the Monaco Tower, and that's when you heard a lot of the cracks, the bangs, and about 6 seconds later, that's when the tower came down. As soon as it came down, a lot of black smoke started to fill the air. Luckily, I was on the right side because all that wind pushed it over to the Turnberry Towers and over in that vicinity, and that thick black smoke was in the air for about a good half hour before it dissipated, and went away. Once that tower went down, though, you could hear a lot of people on the ground cheering. Again, a very big piece of Las Vegas history. This hotel opened back in 1955. It was open for 60 years, and the Monaco Tower was the first one to come down. The next one, the Monte Carlo Tower of the Riviera, that's going to come down in August so that the LVCVA can make way for its expansion of its convention center. But again, right now, just a big piece of history and a big piece of the skyline missing from Las Vegas that was once there and no longer is, guys.
Mike, any idea how long it's going to take them to clean all that up and get it out of there?
You know, when you look at it from the vantage point that I'm at now, it doesn't look like a ton of rubble. The cool thing is it was all condensed into one area. So you would think that the rubble would just be everywhere and it would be just a lot of different piles. It's literally one big pile. So it doesn't look like it would take crews that long to scoop it up and get it out of there. Probably done intentionally. You know, the expertise that goes into that. Yeah. But I was a bit surprised, thinking more rubble would be just everywhere. It is really condensed into one pile. They really got that condensed really well.
Yeah, they got this down to a science at this point. We've done it so much here in Las Vegas. All right, Mike Dory live for us from the site of the implosion. Thank you, Mike.
Exciting day. Thanks so much. Yep. Well, the streets near the Riviera were packed full with people hoping to catch a glimpse of this morning's implosion. Yeah, Fox 5 Shannon Moore is live near the demolition site as well with reaction from people who watched it live this morning. Good morning, Shannon.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, it's pretty quiet out here now, but that was certainly not the scene earlier. Hundreds of people showed up to catch a glimpse of the implosion, from celebrities to tourists. Everyone had their eyes on the sky.
I was thrown out of there once. I also played a lot of rock and roll there, saw a lot of magic there. It was a great place. Now we're going to blow it up. That's what we do in Vegas.
It's not often you see somebody actually knock a building down, much less have an audience who's coming out to see it. It kind of reminds me of some of the old historical things. Oh, let's go watch this happen or that happen.
Of course, we spend time at the Riviera, so it's kind of sad to see a hotel like that go away, but yet it's nice to see the progress.
Drones, GoPros, cell phones raised high, the view captured from all angles. It was certainly a sight to see. Even watch parties held nearby. Many viewing the implosion for their very first time. The parties continuing this morning in several of the nearby hotels. And as we've been mentioning all morning long, the Monte Carlo Tower, the next to be imploded, that is set for later this summer in August. A little bit more complicated. We'll get to that in just a bit. Dave, Maria, back to you guys in the studio.
And Shannon, I love the fact that Penn Jillette said that he was thrown out of the property. I'm sure he's not the only one with a story like that.
Exactly. Yeah,
probably not the only property he's been thrown out of. Just kidding. All right, thanks, Shannon.
Great job out there. Thanks so much, Shannon. Well, coming up after the break, thieves target a nonprofit helping kids right here in Southern Nevada.
Yeah, the crime caught on camera, what they got away with, and who police are looking for this morning.
And it's a nice cool start to the day. We're going to be seeing some seasonable conditions over the next couple of days, but there's a big warming trend on the way. I'll break it down for you coming up.